Drive-by movies here, and welcome to Sequeled. My name's Blaise.
I am James.
This is the show where we take one of your favorite movies and we sequelize it. This week, we're talking Space Jam. So I don't know if you know, Space Jam is actually currently in production with LeBron James. Mm-hmm. And I think part of that is him moving to the Lakers to make this movie happen. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's going to have a Lakers sponsorship or anything, but just the fact that he's coming to Hollywood for the Lakers and Space Jam too.
It's a faster drive to Warner Brothers Studio, so yeah.
Definitely. It's a lot closer than wherever he was.
Is that Cleveland?
Cleveland, yeah, that's too far. It's like, what is he going to fly in every morning?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Space Jam 2 currently in production. Obviously, we don't have the hands on that script, but I've been working on the script for at least 6 years. Mm-hmm. So it's not getting made now. I think I can tell everyone that what my story plan was for it at least. So,
and who knows, maybe it's the exact story we're going to see 2 or 3 years from now.
Yeah, it might be, and then there might be some copyright infringement. Who knows
right.
on that part.
Saw it here first.
Yeah, you saw it here first. But anyways, one of my favorite things about the original Space Jam is how historically accurate it is with... Basically, it sounds funny that I say that, okay, Space Jam historically accurate. No, it's actually very historically accurate when it comes to Michael Jordan's career, about him wanting to play baseball for his deceased father to, give a name to that Jordan family baseball legacy, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then he goes back to basketball. It's actually, about his career.
It's a good point.
It's kind of a sweet movie if you think about it. So if you really liked that about the first Space Jam, it's not happening in the second one. I'm sorry. It's
quite the build-up. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things. The first one. Second one does not have it whatsoever. Mm-hmm. So basically, at the end of the original Space Jam, Swackhammer, which was the carnival guy from that planet, Moron Mountain, which was a theme park, an intergalactic theme park. Mm-hmm. Swackhammer was blasted to the moon, and Moron Mountain has since shut down. The Nerdlucks, they became good, but let's just say that they went back home, wherever that is in the galaxy. And let's just say one Nerdluck has been waiting as a sleeper cell to possibly, I don't know, overthrow the universe or something through the means of basketball. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but anyways, that Nerdluck, Anthony Davis. It has to be Anthony Davis. He's been using his unibrow to basically still keep in contact with we'll just bring Swackhammer back. Swackhammer's been in contact with Anthony Davis's unibrow to possibly take over the NBA and also sabotage Anthony Davis's career at the same time. So Anthony Davis has since announced his resignation from the NBA as LeBron James is coming to the Lakers from the Cleveland Browns. People are upset about this. A lot of people from LA are excited because we haven't had a great basketball team since Kobe Bryant's retirement. But LeBron's like, Anthony, I thought we were friends. Why are you retiring just from the NBA for no reason? You know where Anthony Davis is joining?
Where?
It's not baseball, but he's going to be joining the Harlem Globetrotters.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Okay. So he's taking over the Harlem Globetrotters. Swackhammer sends a bunch more aliens, Nerdlucks, to Earth to take over the entirety of the Harlem Globetrotters.
No.
And they're going to infect, Invasion of the Body Snatchers style. Mm-hmm. They're going to infect all of the United States in that traveling show of the Harlem Globetrotters because it travels around the United States.
Gotcha, yeah.
The Looney Tunes get word of this from Marvin Martian, the referee of the first Space Jam, because he's been set up on the moon, the dark side of the moon by Trump as a secret space defense league. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, they start finding out that, Swackhammer is still getting stuff done on the moon while he's on the dark side of the moon. Marvin the Martian's on the other side of the moon, I guess you'd say. So the Harlem Globetrotters have always played the Generals, the Washington Generals. The Washington Generals actually have the longest losing streak in all of sports. They've never won a single game. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's one upset that no one can remember. But let's be honest, the biggest upset is yet to come when LeBron James joins the Generals and has to put them, create a team out of this team of that always just gets balled on by the Harlem Globetrotters. But now, considering that Nerdlucks have taken over the Harlem Globetrotters and they become monsters, they're just so good. They don't even need the ladder to pull out or anything. They're just making shots from they're making like 8-point shots, literally like from outside the stadium into the stadium.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be 8 points if you figured out the mathematically how much it could be. But anyways, LeBron James has to create a great basketball team with the Generals. People are upset. Like all of LA is really upset. Like you came to the Lakers and you literally just left to join the Generals. Like who joins the Generals? LeBron James does with the Looney Tunes in this Space Jam sequel.
Gotcha.
So that's basically my plot. I just thought it'd be hilarious to include like the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Generals. And we have to root for the Generals this time. The Harlem Globetrotters are actually the enemy.
That's interesting. Yeah. What's it called? I guess like, are we going to see Bill Murray back too? Like
Bill Murray's got to reprise his role. Yeah. Maybe not as, I forget his character. I think it's like Stan or something. He can't. He's gonna be coming back as Murray.
Oh, okay.
It's actually like very sophisticated, like turn of events. Yeah. But basically, he'll be coming back, or there'll be like a cameo for him. He's not gonna be like a main character,
right? Yeah.
But he's got to be in it. You got to have him in it. He's got to give him the juice.
Your secret stuff.
Like that's what he's famous for. He's giving him the juice.
Right, yeah.
So he's got to do that again. I don't know if Michael Jordan. I think maybe Michael Jordan should be the one that gives LeBron James the call. Because like, I mean, he's just been making Air Jordans since, but like he's got to give him the call. Like, yo, they've infiltrated the Globetrotters.
Right, yeah.
We need you back in action because I'm too old now. So
he can coach or something.
Yeah, maybe he's the coach.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when's the last time anyone's seen Jordan? I feel like he keeps a very low public profile.
I mean, we still see that crying Jordan meme all the time, though. Yeah.
We got to incorporate that somehow. We got to incorporate that.
He cries when they finally win or something. Yeah.
We're headed towards the future of memes being like in movies as like a cameo.
Yeah.
Like, so we'll be the first step. We'll be ahead of everyone else. We're going to throw crying Jordan in there when he realizes he has to come back, or he finds out Anthony Davis has turned to the dark side.
Yeah.
I don't know. So there's got to be some like kind of story with that crying Jordan meme. But also I want this to be just a movie about like, you know, that brotherly bond of like basketball players balling together with the Looney Tunes, trying to bring Anthony Davis back because the Nerdlucks have sabotaged his career, making him join the Globetrotters. Like who goes from, unless you're retiring, like Globetrotters has got to be like the best job ever. Right. But just like he was at like a peak in his career and he just retires all of a sudden to join the Globetrotters. Not good. Yeah. You know? He still doesn't have like, you know, he's got to make more money. Like he's got to think about his career path, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So that's about it for my story. Is there any other things you'd like to see besides a Bill Murray cameo? Or
I'd like to see the return of Joe Dante. That's all. He didn't direct Space Jam, but he directed the sequel, Back in Action. And it's just been a while since we've seen him do a mainstream movie. Bring him back because I felt like he understood the Looney Tunes characteristics a little more than what was accomplished in Space Jam, I felt like.
Yeah, definitely. I just don't feel like he knows basketball as well. So we might need somebody like the Farrelly brothers to...
Why the Farrelly brothers?
They made a movie about bowling, so I feel like they'd understand basketball.
They did that movie Kingpin? Yeah, that seems like their style.
Yeah. I feel like it's very similar. So
they have some hand in sports.
Yeah, they've known... And they made that movie... what's... Stuck on You.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that movie. Yeah,
that movie seems like it would have like I think there's a basketball scene in that movie. Like, so I feel like they know a lot about basketball when it comes to comedies about basketball.
I mean, I've been wondering what they're up to, and I guess like also just like this is like Space Jam was the '90s movie, so go for the '90s hit directors.
Yeah, definitely. And this movie has to be '90s inspired, so they were definitely the hit comedy directors in the '90s. I think they could bring it back in this movie. I love Joe Dante, but I just feel like he might not. He's great for Looney Tunes Back in Action, but I think when it comes to like Space Jam, the Looney Tunes are definitely in the backseat to basketball.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So Lola Bunny will be making a return, of course.
I saw it for the Looney Tunes. I came out rooting for Michael Jordan. I remember for Space Jam. Yeah,
definitely.
I didn't know shit about basketball back then.
But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for my Space Jam sequel. I hope you enjoy it. Definitely go check out Space Jam 2 when it comes out in theaters. Seeing LeBron James in that title lead role will be a lot of fun. And just make sure that they didn't take any of this and put it in their movie. Else we got an issue. Anyways, guys, tune in next week to Sequel.